Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. This is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod. And the Minecolonies mod in this instance is actually modded by another mod called Trade Post. And that's what we're trying in this new town called Jalapari. The new town is named Mermaid. And here we are. We're in front of the town hall. This is a level 2 town hall. On Twitch yesterday, we had April Fools for 2026, which was quite wild. I'm going to go to sleep, and we'll wake up with the rest of the town. You notice that I have shed my coat, and I am now. It was too warm for a coat here. In the last when I was on Twitch, and so everyone has shed their coats, their Nordic wear, and they are now dressed. I believe it is modern, is what it's called, which is one of the styles that is available to you as a patron of the Minecolonies team on Patreon. One of the perks is that you can change the styles and you can change the names of the people. And so we're just changing the styles. We're just using the default names, but we're changing the style to modern because that allows us to kind of be seasonal, kind of have a change of clothes. And I like that. So here we are. It is morning. Now, everyone is up. Everyone's going to eat. And we did, like I said, there were some things that happened yesterday that we might have to check. I'm noticing that lots of people coming down to eat really early. Who's that? Is that Pedro actually in a mask? I think it is. I think it's the doctor in a mask.
What is it?
The food you have, it's too raw. How did you get raw food? Where'd you get raw food from? Let me take this potato away.
What's it today then?
Let's look here. And look at you. Just make sure. Okay. Hi.
What is it?
This is Harper. Everyone is
so wise.
Really down pretty low. This is
This is
Kamari. Kamari's new, and she is our new farmer. And I think this is our other farmer, Nikolai.
What's it today then?
Yes, indeed. And there is, yay! Everyone's getting fed. Excellent. So Wesson is going to make sure that everyone who's hungry is fed, and then people are going to go to work. I'm getting away from all of that loud chewing for just a second. Look at this. This is a level 2 trade post marketplace, and this is the one that I actually like that stone. Ooh, this is a new stone, a new piece. Let me look at something here. I see. Let me see what this is. This is Architect's Cutter, distressed frame, and frame material plaster, and the center material is mixed stone. Nice. And that's giving us that look. That's giving us this. Oh, that's neat. I like that. This material, this is a new stone. Part of the new mod Trade Post has some special stones in it, and which are very nice, very fun. And so we have those. Now, we could have a second person to work the marketplace. However, we can't afford a second person right now. We can only get up to 25 people, and I think we are at exactly 24 people. and we still need one significant worker. And let's see if I jumped the gun a little bit. Yep, sure enough. So we got the farmer that we needed. So we have 2 farmers. The other person that we need right now is the fletcher. We can have a fletcher, and that's what we need. And so we can't get anyone else right now until we get a fletcher. We're going to begin to research things to get more people and to go up to the level 3. All of the builders are in the process of raising themselves up to a level 3. And this is Maisie up here. There goes Pedro. This is Maisie. So the style I'm using is a mixture of Old English, now level 2s. And now level 2s. And I think we are at the point where we can begin to do the research so that we can have a plantation. Yesterday, we rearranged where it was going to go, and we're going to put it right at this border, which is going to be really pretty. How pretty. I love this. So it goes from the plains to this Coconino. The Coconino Meadow is what we're going to call it. Coconino Meadow. And actually, that's what the Biomes calls it. And I love it because it's mixed trees, and it just looks really pretty. You can see that our tree farmer is cutting down some spruce and has some extra trees nearby now, some extra oaks that she can cut down. And so, yeah, so that's one of the things that's going on. Yes, we have one of the horses that likes being around people. Hi, you. Yes, we're gonna probably end up naming you Chestnut. And let's see if there's anything else that I want here. I could name them. I could get name tags from Arnaaluk. Now, we did get a shipment. We did get a shipment from Arnaaluk, and that has given us some extra things that we needed that we can't make yet. Another thing that we did, since we have 2 farmers, is Nikolai is now doing the onions, and he's doing the durum wheat, and Kamari, she's doing garlic, and she's doing the wheat for animals. We have our first animals. Dun, 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 dun. We have pigs. We got a pig farmer yesterday. And to take McKenna's place, remember McKenna had said she was a pig farmer, but we desperately needed some building help. Maisie did. Maisie, the lead builder, needed some extra help. And when she started doing that, when Maisie asked McKenna, the pig farmer, to use her auxiliary skills, essentially, and to help her with building, Maisie asked Cash and McKenna to help with that. They said yes, and McKenna really liked it, and so she decided that that's what she wanted to do. And so we got a new animal farmer who we just saw walk through, and I don't see him right now. If I can do the next step here, so that we can have some cows, and that is to look at this, and see. So we got a pet wolf, and see. Hold on. Well, we did. So there is a problem, but I don't know what it is. The wolf is not there. I got a second wolf, and both of them are gone now. So is this a reflection on this person? On Cannon? It might be. Cannon, are you letting them go? I don't know. But the wolf is definitely not there. I wish I had seen that before, but there isn't. I'm going to have to straighten that out after the stream, because I didn't see any notice of it, and so we'll just find out what it is that's happening with that, because we did, in fact, get a new wolf. What I think I might do is check and see how much money there is, and get some bones from the warehouse. We have some that were collected from Tahana, specifically for the training of animals that has to be done for trade post. And let me see how much coin we have. And we don't actually have enough right now. Because we used it yesterday. So I'm going to, so you notice one thing that it says here. It says minted in an unknown land, that the coins are minted in an unknown land. So I am going to take some coins that I have. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to see what's going on with the wolf, why we keep losing them. And so let's come here. Let's get a coin. Let's get 3 coins in the fountain. So we need 3 coins. 2, 3. And we're going to put them back in here, specifically for the, let's see, just a second. Have to remember how. Can't do it that way. So we're here, and let's get to here for a second. Let's see if I can have them in my hand. This is what I need, and have them like that. And I think if I do that, let's see if that works. Nope. So let me see from here. I might have to be a mermaid. Let's come down here so no one can see me change into a little mermaid. So that I can see if I can do this. So if you have the coins in your hand, and you click here, and you click on here, I think that you can put them back. Let's see how it works. This was something I did yesterday, but I can't do it today. Whoa! Our balance changed. Hold on. Look at our balance. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I don't even need to do that. Did you see our balance change? Did you see that balance just change? Look at all this stuff I have on me. Hold on for a minute. So I'm going to do something here because let's look at the balance. Look at that. Where did that come from? All right, so let me go to here. I'm just going to leave my coins right there. I've got a single potato on me, and I'm going to take it and put it down in the chef's kitchen, which is now a level 2, like it should be. And notice there aren't any, but there are onions, and there probably needs to be garlic in order to make soup. We have the menu on the restaurant changed. Let's go over and look at it for a moment. That was interesting. So I'm going to go back to the trade post pet shop and see if the pet is back, if there's some delay on there. But this is what we're serving now. We have a baker. We have Gilbert, and he is making flatbread. Jasmine is making potato soup instead of serving baked potatoes, and she is making rabbit stew. Arnaaluk sent us rabbits for rabbit stew and mushrooms, and so we have that, and then we have cooked salmon and cooked cod that we're still doing because the only I don't want to serve the pork yet, just plain, and the only thing that takes pork is in the gold section, and that is schnitzel. I can't find anything else that takes pork at all, and so not the kebabs. The kebabs are mutton, and we don't have like pork chops or something like that, and we don't even have those in Farmer's Delight, which is what this meat is, Farmer's Delight. Although Farmer's Delight probably has there's bacon. So bacon and eggs and bacon dishes makes the bacon. Then the sandwich can be made by the chef, and the sandwich and bacon and eggs can be made by the chef. Interesting. Actually kind of like that. That's really kind of nice. So I want to see what I can do about that. It would mean that I would have to make the bacon first, and then it would be available for the chef to make bacon and eggs. Now, the problem with making Farmer's Delight is that all foods other than Minecolonies foods do not give the same nourishment. You can use them and they will eat them if they're on the menu, and they can be on the menu. All Minecraft food can be on the menu, and Farmer's Delight food can actually be on the menu. So if we go down to the chef for a minute and look and see, we do have some eggs, and we do have some bowls. Let's see what it would be like if we did. Let's put this on the menu, on so that she can make this. Lettuce is going to be a problem. It'll take whatever bread, but the tomato and the lettuce are Farmer's Delight tomatoes and lettuce, so I don't want to get too far away. Even with the eggs, hi, Jasmine. Even with the eggs, I want to see something for a minute. whose eggs those are, because they look like Farmer's Delight eggs. They are. However, they can actually be made by the chef. And they're fried eggs. Farmer's Delight. And we'll teach that. All right. So now all she needs is bacon. And where are we going to cook this bacon? We could cook it in the supply camp. And just to see what it would be like. Let's get some pork and let's see how much bacon it makes. And we'll see if they'll eat it. We'll see how that will be. What's wrong, Harper? What's wrong, Harper?
Great to see you.
Why do you not have any axes at all? Axes at all? Hold on. Hold on a second. It says we have couriers. And let's look and see how many axes we have. Are they just all gone? They actually are all gone. Okay. So I'm going to quickly make some axes. Wait, where am I going? Where am I going? The place is huge. I have no idea where the iron is. Let's look for iron. There we go. And then we'll look for sticks. So we do not have a blacksmith yet. This is what we're working towards. And look, sticks are here. Yay! Let's take these sticks and use them to make these axes for Harper. So we can come here and let's put this here and look how many that makes. So this is good, and we're going to make them all. And there we have them. And I'm going to take them back downstairs, put them away so they'll just be here for her. Let's see if I can find some room. I have found some room here, but that looks like a refrigerator. There's room here, so we'll put them all in here and let the courier deliver them. Now we don't have sorting in the warehouse yet, so we have to wait on that. Let's go up and find pork and see about making bacon. Let's see how much pork we have. We do have, there it is, we have 9. So this is just an experiment because we definitely do not have enough at this particular moment. So this is practically going to be a delicacy. So we have 8 here and the other one is here. We're not making anything that requires this. As I said, schnitzel is the only thing on the Minecolonies menu that requires pork. Oh, I think the fried rice will use pork. But we don't have any rice, so there isn't anything we can do about that. But these, could use those, but I think we still have, I have to be careful about doing this, because I think I have to cut it first and get raw bacon. And I would need a cutting board, so this will be curious to see how this works. A Farmer's Delight cutting board for a second. So let's come down here and let's search for, let's change our view for a minute, and then we'll get back to looking at the animal, the pets that we need. I'm going to change back into a magical being, and then we'll come here, and I need the cutting board. Let's look at making bacon and see what kind of cutting board is needed. There it is. It's the Farmer's Delight cutting board. Wait, that's more than just a cutting board. And a Farmer's Delight knife. So you need both things. So let's do that. So let's get cutting board. From my materials, we need the Farmer's Delight one, and we need a knife. And we're going to just use the iron knife. And there we have it. Now, how do we do these? We probably do it with a crafting table. Nope, that doesn't work. I've never done this before, so this is the reason why I'm trying to figure it out. So let's look and see. So it looks like you set it down. Let's try setting it on something. So let's set it on the let's set it back there. That's the, isn't that the weaponsmith? And can you put this on it? Oh, you sure can. Look what we just did! Yay! This doesn't seem cuttable. Let's try that again. Oh, that's nice. Farmer's Delight, that's very nice. So where is it going? Look at, we're getting bacon. We're getting bacon. This is really kind of fun. Let's take these eggs down so I can give them to the chef. But you do have to do it yourself. But it's really quite fun. Wait, how many did I do? I did 3. I only had 9. So I have to watch. I had 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is fun. Okay, so we just got bacon, and here it is right here, and that's so cool. So you get 2 pieces. Let's look at the sandwich. No, we're going to do bacon. Let's look at the sandwich. No, we're going to do bacon and eggs. So we don't need bread, we just need eggs in bowls. So now our carpenter, Harper's our tree farmer. Our carpenter, Juliana, she can actually make bowls. There's our, actually select and do that. Okay, so that's on the list. Eggs are already on the list. That means that the sommelier won't take them and use them. But we can, look at this, put them in here and they'll be cooked, and then Jasmine will do something with them. So we're good to go there. Let me see, we're now selling rare tropical fish, and we don't have any cornflowers left. We were getting a really good price for cornflowers, and let's see, tropical fish is 90, but cornflowers, it's actually 113. And so we will go back to that. Now, there are some things that are listed on here. The prices are listed, but we're not selling them. And there's a couple things that don't have a price. They did have a price originally, but they don't anymore. One of them is puffers and water. And so anything that we came and we looked at the price and it's below 90, we're not going to sell. So we just wanted to see how much the price was. Hold on a second. 47. What happened to the other amount that it was up? Did it get used by the pet shop? Let's see if it did. Did it get used by research? I don't know. That's what we're going to find out right now. I see, that's See that right there? There we go. Let's get that. Let's come up here. We're going around to the pet shop. I don't want to go through the yard, although I can go through the yard. See, I can go through the yard like this, and that's fine. But I can't get out on this side without crawling over the fence. So I'll keep that in mind. All right, let's see if we have some. Yay, our pet is back. Oh, that is really interesting. So there is a tiny lag, and I'll have to keep that in mind. You heard the dog, the wolf, and we can name the wolf. And if you would like to name the wolf and you have the ability to get into chat, you can come right in and tell me what name. We could get a couple things. Yeah, look at this. There they are. Excellent. So now let's see if we can do the next part of this, which is pet assignments. Pick a location. So place a pet working location block to designate the pet job. A trough for herding, a mushroom base for truffle hunting, a dredger for water-based scavenging, and a feeder for foliage-based scavenging. So let's see if we can find these pieces. Here, OU, summon puppy. Aww, that's interesting. Silent Gem says something to summon, and there's a trough. What does it look like in the wild? We could set it in here, just to see what it looks like for a second. And there it is. So that's a trough right there. And how do you make it? Trough, TROUGH. It is. Okay. So we can make this. It just takes logs and trade post thatch, which is made out of wheat and sticks. And it's made by that's made by the fletcher, and then the trough is made by the carpenter. All right, so we can't make it yet because we don't have a fletcher. So we're gonna wait until we have a fletcher, and then we'll be able to make that. In the meantime, we do have the pigs, we do have a dog trained, which is really fun, and we might see the wolf running around, and that'll be fine. And I think those parts are good. So it's all good. Okay, so all of our buildings now are up to level 2. I might have something somewhere that is not level 2. I can check and see and understand the meaning of. And it's really a shame because they have beautiful, brilliant cities. That's only a level 1. This looks like it's a level 2. Nope, this is a level 1 too. Interesting. Oh, okay, so these got returned. So when we had to redo, these actually got returned to the level 1. Build options. Yeah. So I'm going to fix these. We had already built these up to the level 2, and they're not level 2 anymore. And so I'm going to make them level 2 right quick, just to return them, because we already spent the materials, we already built them. And so let me come here and let's go to Old English. Let's go to not there, to here, to storage, to the warehouse, to the courier. So this is the courier right here. We'll turn the piece around and push it back so that it's in its right place. And we'll go to level, so that's the level 1 right there. And this is the level 2. And that's what we were up to. And I think we can't make it. Let's see, I don't think we can make it. I think we can only make the level 2. We would need a level 3 person to make it. But we did have the level 2, which is a level 1. I know, that's very strange. But nonetheless, it's what happens with nested buildings. And so this is the reason why the housing that we had to watch constructed, and there we go. So there is the return of this piece, and we'll X that out. So that's that one. Let's come here. Let's do this one also, because we had built these already, and our little glitch that happened changed it, and it was actually a glitch in the matrix that was corrected. But we had to redo some of the buildings that were affected by the glitch, and that's fine. Dynamics of mods, and here we go. So we'll push this back, and there it is, and we'll go to the level 2, and we will construct that also, and that's X. So there's the level 2 of that. So these are our 2 couriers, Jalapari and Gregory. And he hadn't, this one's done. See how it's different? This one hasn't been done yet. This is only a legitimate level 1 here. Or, no, this one is done. This one is done, but this one isn't. So this one had been done before the event. So we'll do this one again. And let's come here. Storage and the courier. Let's turn the courier around so it's facing the right way and move it into position. And go to level 2 and construct it. And there we are. Okay. All right. Do we want to do this one? I think we need to. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this one for a second. And then I'll know. Does that look like it's... See the rug being there? See the rug there? Is that at level 1 or level 2? Hold on. Storage. It's courier. Let's turn this around. Let's put it down on the ground. Let's put it back to here. And there's the 2 right there. That's interesting that this has carpet and the other ones don't. Aha. I can't do that. I don't. They wouldn't be able to do that yet. I don't think. That they were actually up higher than this. X. They must have could have done it, but they weren't. They were... I'm confused now. I really actually am. But I'm not going to worry about it. As soon as Cash doesn't have anything to do, we're going to make sure that he does. Now, we did have to do this up here. we knew that we had 2 beds. And when we did this, we brought it up to the level 2 upstairs because we had 2 beds. And that's it. So we were up to the level 3 on this. And the reason I'm doing that is because we've already spent the materials. If I have 2 beds upstairs, the only way I can have that is to have a level 3. And the only way that that was built was with the level 2 builder, because technically it is level 2 in the nested building. And that's the confusion that I'm doing. Okay, so I just reduced these buildings back to level 1. So let's try this one more time and get the buildings back up to the level that they're supposed to be at. Storage. And let's go to Courier Hut. Let's turn this around. Put this here. And we need them to be a level 3. And that's where those came from. So we're going to come here. And constructed. And there we go. Okay, that's more like it. All right, let's do that again. We'll do all of them. It's raining, so people aren't going to work today. It is noon, or they're going to get off from work early. It's noon 30 their time. And let's go here and turn this around. Push it back and do the level 3. And that's where the carpet came from. And so we'll do this and construct it. And there we go. Now, the one at the end that I reverted, that's why it had carpet, because it hadn't been done before the witches did what they did. And so he did it afterwards. And so that's why it was the way it was. So here we go here. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Oh, that was X. Let's come back. Storage, courier, piece. And so the only reason we're doing this is because we have spent the materials already. And so we're just repairing, essentially repairing what got messed up. And one last one, and then these are done. Look at the rain. It's actually raining. I know, I'm looking at it like it's so odd, but it just looks so nice. It just really does. Let's come here. Last one. And this is the courier. Turn it around and stick it back where it belongs. Okay. Level 3. And there we are. Yeah. If it wasn't for the fact that I had, if I'm not mistaken, that I had moved Jalapari and, oh, look at that, Junior Courier rose up. And so then, right now, Jalapari is the only one here. You remember that Gregory was complaining. Gregory wanted to live in a house. He wants to be first in line to like have a family. He wants to have a relationship and a family. And so we actually moved him. I believe we moved him in with Harper, but let's see. Yes, we moved him in with Harper, and this is a level 2 here. Now, one of them is sleeping upstairs, and the other one is sleeping down for right now. If we wanted, we could give them the luxury, but I'd be afraid they'd go over the top. So we'll leave it the way it is for right now. It's interesting. And it is raining. So remember the thing about the Fletcher, that we have a Fletcher, that Cash built this brand new Fletcher here, and it is a level 1. So we need Cash to bring this up to a level 2. And upstairs here, will be a future residence. Here it is right here. And this is one of the things that we want to look at. And this hasn't been built yet, so that this person has some place to live. And this is what Cash will work on when he's done working on his level 3 shop. I decided to bring all the builders up at the same time. So the last couple of buildings that needed to be brought up to a higher level. Look at that. Isn't that just so beautiful? It looks like I'm out in a real rain. I just actually love it. I love the way it looks. I love it. All right, this is, see this? Dun, 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 dun. This is the level 3 builder, and people are coming home. People are going home. You see Gregory and Jakari going home. And here comes Harper. That's Harper. And they were probably in the tavern. And there's Cash going up to his house right now. And how close is this to being done? He's still working on it. Let's see what he needs. He still needs stripped oak wood. And we know that, hold on for a second. We know that that Harper can strip the wood. And here is Juliana here. Let's see if she knows how to make these. She does. It seems that she does know how to do stripped oak wood, so she can make these pieces. Did you see what I saw? I'm letting it run through for a second to see if it's going to show me. It's towards the end. Those are at the very end. Pillars, there's doors. This is what I want to see. There they are. Okay, so she can definitely make them, and she just needs the stripped oak. And right now, she doesn't have any. And that's because Harper was waiting on an axe. And let's see if Harper has gotten axes. And we do have a minimum number of axes that she should have in storage. And wait, that was mine. Let's go to, but she didn't get them. Oh, yes she did. Oh, look at this. Okay, so they just need picking up and delivering. Request pickup. So we'll just request the pickup. Let's go to bed. Has everyone gone to bed? Let's see. Yes, everyone's gone to bed. Or at least they've gone home. Since it's only 9 o'clock, well, it's almost 10 o'clock. Let's just look and see if we can find a Fletcher for a moment in the tavern. If maybe a Fletcher, someone who would like to join the town and be a Fletcher, has come in. And let's see what we have. I don't see anybody here. Ooh. There isn't anybody in the tavern. Everybody's enjoying the rain. I'm going to put up the Akasha records for the skill set so that I can see. So now, because it's just the Fletcher that we need, we just need dexterity and creativity. That's all we're going to be looking for. We just got a new person who came in. Chime. I'm just going to say that name is Chime. And, or Sham, Chain. Is it Shame? It could be Shame, like chain. So it could be Shane. Let's look at the stats. Dexterity is 9. Creativity is 6. So he is a baby Fletcher. He could do it. Let's see who else we have. I'd like to get some double digits for the Fletcher. Hello, Santino. And dexterity is 9. And creativity is 2. So, and then Marcellus. Hello, Marcellus. And let's look. Dexterity is 10. And creativity is 7. This is a higher one. Do we have a Grobum already? Hold on for a minute. Do we have a relative here already with that name? Riley, the miner. So Marcellus is related to Riley. They're probably cousins. We could get Marcellus to do it. But I think Marcellus is just visiting. He's just visiting his cousin, and he doesn't want to stay. We're going to opt for another person. Let's go up to the... It's 1 o'clock in the morning now. I'm going to look at the town hall for a minute. And see. Let's go down and sleep. And there we are. So let's come over here for a second and look at the people that we have. Let's come to here. Look at the people that we have. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Is that actually 7? So out of 24 people, we have 7 women. So we're going to try and even up the amount of women that we have. And so that's the reason why we're not taking Marcellus. And we'll wait and see if we can get a Fletcher. So we're going to come back here. It's morning. And there's Jack. Jack is in the shop, in his market place right here. And this is Mia. Mia is the stumelier, and she is by her pot. She's making things. And we looked at Santino. There's McKenna. McKenna doesn't have anything to do, which means that she is a level 3 builder. Now we have a thing here. In order to get a level 3 restaurant, dining hall, we would need to update the, see, it just says repair. So we would need to update the town hall to get the level 3 builder. And it's interesting having the town hall go up with the town. A lot want to do that. So since Anyanka put the dining hall, and if we had seen, the tavern would have been in this as well. So in order to get a level 3 tavern, we would have had to have built a level 3 town hall. Now we're waiting before we start building some of these really big level 3s, because we need the stonemason right here to be researched, and we need a blacksmith, because we're going to need lots of stone and stuff for all of these buildings. So in order to do that, Maisie, who is now a level 3 builder right here. Everything going well? Yes. Everything actually is going well. Look at this. This is the level 3 of the cathedral builder. And is she done? She absolutely is a level 3. And the first thing we're going to have her do is update the university so that we can do the research that we need. And I'm going to, let me see, where's the closest? We're just going to do something so that I can see what research, what I need for the different researches, just to make sure that I'm doing the right buildings. I think we need a mine in order to get a level 3 miner in order to research certain things. Let's continue for a minute. Now I'm changing so that I don't do anything to the hut block. I don't do anything to the university hut block when I'm looking at research. So I have hearts. I've become a little mermaid. What proud, enormous build are we going to have? Yes. And this is what we're going to look at and see what we need to do in order to, there's the doctor, in order to make sure that we get the blacksmith and we get we have the fletcher, we need a blacksmith, we could do a dye shop, and we need, bless you. Hayden, are you feeling okay? Are you coming down with something? Do you need to see Pedro or Tatiana? So let's come here and look at technology. This is the important part right here. So we're not going, it would be nice to have an alchemist. We're going to have to wait. You see the alchemist is behind unlocking the nether miner. So we're the nether ambassador. So we're going to wait on that. This is what we need. And it requires a mine level 3. So the mine mechanic can work on as soon as she's a level 3, and she is. And we'll look at her in just a minute. And then we would need chiseled brick. Chiseled stone brick, yes, for that. Okay. And then this unlocks the brickyard, and we need a stonemason level 1. So we're not going to have a problem once we have the mine level 3. And then to unlock, we have a fletcher. We have the fletcher already. And the sifter, we could go ahead and begin to work towards that, but that means a fisher level 3. I think we're going to wait on that just a little tiny bit. And this is what we need. So we need the mine and the this is the mine right here, and then down here we also need the mine. Isn't that right? So so let's get a level 3 mine. And this requires a farm level 3. There's the other one. Okay, so those are the significant level 3s. We're not going to have any level 3 housing at all until all the buildings that we want are up to level 3. We would need a level 3 dining hall. We would need level 3 food. And so that's one of the things that I want to look at. Let's look here. You will restart the tropical production line today. Oh, might sound funny, but you pray for your currency to keep getting less worthy. Like Frostpunk 2 ventures say, every disaster is an opportunity. Which currency? Real currency? You pray for currency? You mean you want the value of the money to go down? let's get McKenna started on the mine. Every disaster is an opportunity. Yeah, that is something that can be said. And we do have lots of people who that is the way they profit. When we talk about profiting off of healthcare, profiting off of war, that's that. Every disaster is an opportunity. Okay, so let's see. McKenna did finish. She is a level 3. This is a level 3 builder in the Old English Town Hall. There are 2 builders that you can have, and you can see up here, this is supposed to be where the tavern is, up there, but we're not going to have the tavern in here. If people, hopefully before elections, if people be dumb enough to re-elect the president you have now. Interesting. Okay, let's look at something. We can fix this right away, and this is going to help. Let me come here and see. I need one of the pages that we have to see. At level 3, the people can use the tools at level 3 are now diamond. So they can absolutely use iron, and the minute we have some diamonds, they can use diamond tools. And I think that the developers who are working with you are will be. Let's turn this disgovernment into your wealth. I would have to know what's going on in your part of the country, why you are politicized, why you have become very active right at this moment. I'd have to see what's going on with you, with your country. I know what's going on in my country, and for the things that you're saying in your country sound kind of like mine. So we're going to come here, and we're coming up the back way into the mine for a second and look and see. And sure enough, it is a level 2. So now we can have McKenna upgrade the building. So see, all the things still are within range. We're going to have to start having some stone brick. We don't have any of that yet. And so that'll have to come from the city of Arnaaluk. The Druid sanctuary of Arnaaluk is going to provide us with stone until we get a stone mason. And we won't get one. It's actually very, very much like something on Earth. You can't be in the union until you have a union job. You can't get a union job until until you're a union member, and so you can't get a stonemason until you have stone bricks already. So that's kind of it. But I understand the philosophy behind it. I understand what. So it means the player has an understanding of these pieces before the town does. The player has that. Upgrade the building. And so she's going to begin working on this, and she's not going to get done because we would have to make or have stone brick, which we do not at this particular time. So we're just going to set up. And also, if you have any suggestion for your pack related to any specific profession, go ahead, because you might need your pack that you're doing. Profession. Let me think about that. The president is almost saying if you can't pay for fuel, just walk. I see. I see. So the price of fuel has risen outrageously. And yeah, well, we have an idea about that in this country too. It's going to be very curious. At what point do people say enough is enough in regards to those things? Now, cash is closest to the don't we need a forester? Hold on. I'm almost positive it said that level 3. Did it say a sawmill or a forester? Well, we'll have to go back and look. It was like with coffee. It's just, you just don't buy it. Yeah. Yeah, that's easy for you to say. As you drink your coffee and drive your car and be driven. Yeah, that's one of those things. That's definitely one of those things. It begins to sound like let them eat cake. That's what it begins to sound like. Let them eat cake, which the rest of that quote is, there's no bread, let them eat cake. That's what that's about. But there wasn't any bread. There wasn't any food, any flour. And so that's one of those things that happen. Let's look here. Let's look while we still can at technology. So we're still on level 2 technology that we're trying to get here with this. So now we have the mine going. We've unlocked the sawmill, and we need a fisher in order to unlock the sifter, and that'll help us get some things. To unlock the brickyard, we need a stonemason, but we can't get the stonemason until we get the miner unlocked, and so we are good. All these things are good, and then this needs the mine as well. Excellent. And when we get that unlocked, this will help with getting some better ores and tool durability and block place ability. And there it is. At the bottom is the mechanic, but we would need a blacksmith level 3. So those are the things that we're going to have. And so they eat brioches? Yes. Yeah. Oh, and he also said something like, I will arrest anyone who raises the gasoline prices. Who raises the gasoline prices. It feels like Frostpunk 2, Steward's quotation. If you cut the rope, the climber falls. Almost the same feeling. Yeah. So he's freezing the gas prices, your president is, because they're going up so high. But that's very interesting. So is he going to help the suppliers of gasoline by making up for the fact that gasoline costs them more to get? So we need the fisher, and the fisher is going to be Macy. Macy's going to help us by bringing the fishery up to a level 3. And we can do it one of 2 ways, but let's just go ahead and bring Madeline up to the level 3. If we, and this is a curious thing, if we wanted to, we could just do level, we could just do the other level 1. So if there was a problem with materials, and let's look and see what a level 3 fishery wants. So let's come down here and look. Build options. The builder is, we have to do the house anyway. No. And that's why she did it. Okay. We don't have to. Thank you. Anyanka. So we would have to raise this to a level 3, but because Anyanka provided another fishery here, if we make this fishery a level 1, we will have 3 for the sifter, and this is good. This is very good. So let's come here and let's have Maisie work on this. And the builder is going to be Maisie. Build the building. This is going to be really quick. Now Cash, we can have Cash once he is a level 3. So we know that Maisie and McKenna are level 3s. Let's look at Wade and see what he's doing. Because I just realized something. Wade, what are you doing? We could have Wade build the level 1 schoolhouse while he's waiting. We could do that. So there's McKenna going to work. There's Gilbert the baker. There's Jack. There's Mia. And let's look at this schoolhouse and see what the level 1 is going to need. Build options up, and see the hut block is wrong. The hut block says a level 5, so we're going to have to reset this. So let me come down. Let me come here, and I'm not going to be able to do it unless Good. I'm not going to be able to do it unless I turn back into a magical being. And Wade is here waiting for something to do. Everything else is up. It's right here so I can see it for a second. We'll just leave it for now. It'll change in a minute. And now let's make this go away. And let's come to here, and this is an antique. A-N-T-I-Q-U-E school. The government celebrates the rate of 66% of alphabetization in the schools, and the list goes on. 66% of alphabetation in the schools? I don't know what you mean by alphabetation. Also, let me see which school you got. Yes, I'm going to show you right now. Select. We're doing antique school, which looks like this. So, level 1. And it's going to sit on the property. Yep, this isn't facing the right way, so we need to turn it. Let's see if we flipped it. No, we did not. So let's flip it back. Let's see the level 5 for a second. Here it is, and let's turn it this way. It's supposed to be facing this way. And sitting right here like this. So we're just going to reset it. So let's bring it down into the ground. And bring it up one so that the sidewalks match. Right there. And then let's go inside for a minute. So this is the one that we chose. I like this little area here. And then there's a second little room back here, which is very fun. And I like that. So this is the main area. And I don't think there's, yeah, this is like a desk area for the teacher to have. And it will be indeed. And this is where the school is supposed to be. We have enough room there in between the two buildings, and I think that'll work out just fine. And so there we have it. So let's come to here. Let's go to assign a builder. And it's in a completely different place than it was. Isn't that curious? How is that possible? Did I maybe have a different school? Isn't that interesting? This house might not have been here at the time. So I might have put it where this house was. How would I have done that? That's also. Scroll up a bit. Let's see what we've got. The cherry on top. Housing abundance, but a lot more of homeless due to stagnation of housing distribution and gentrification. Yes, your generation will be homeless in the same way the younger generations of people in the United States are homeless. That most of them are still living at home because they can't afford a house. You can't afford to get a mortgage. You can't afford to get a car, much less a house. And so, yes, your only issue with this style is the amount of calcite and how limited it is naturally. That's true. And we don't have any calcite at all in this area. So they would be importing it. They would be specifically importing it for the school. I don't know, we could look at another school. And considering how dumber we are getting, especially the children, only say one thing, we are screwed. You're in a completely different country from the United States, and I find that really interesting. So that is a global problem. It's definitely a global problem. And it's definitely an America's problem. That Europe being older, consistent country older, but it isn't. I mean, the Mayans and the indigenous in America are sort of in the same position as some African nations, where they've been stripped of all of their technology and all of their so to the point that, are you going to go swimming? Are you guys going swimming? Because if you're going down here to go swimming, you're not going swimming today? Okay, Jasmine. The water's too cold. All right, Jasmine's coming down here to go swimming. And we were supposed to do research so that she had, we're doing trade post. So we're going to do the train across, like the train station is right down there. We're going to take it through here and across to the other side. And then in these hills over here, there it is right there. You can see the marker. That marker goes through that hill to the village, to the closest village. And that is how we're going to do a lot of trade. I bet there are. Your dream is to create a Gen Z village now when you get your architecture degree. I love the idea of you having it. I can just see you. I'm getting that. So we can work on the school, Mr. Villager, or we can work on roads. We don't need a school right now. And maybe by the time we do need a school, we can decide on that. What I would like to do is do some roads. And see this piece right here? this is kind of what I would like the roads to look at. Is it raining? Okay, so this is what I would like the roads to look like. This piece right here. However, that would take a whole lot of stone that we don't have. We don't have any of this, really. It would be my people putting in that. Now, we've done that before in other cities where Tana provided the materials for that. Let's come up here. I just realized something else. That if I do get the people that I need, I do not have survival. Let's do survival again for a second so I can look. I don't have the people, so I wouldn't be able to get a stonemason or any. Now, because we have we have a bunch of residences, and that allows us to mimic the level 4. So we don't have to have a specific level 4, and it's good not to have one right now. But we can research this. And how many researches are they doing? Let's see. None. So we need, we're waiting for some things to be brought up, but we could have them research getting more people while they're waiting to research the stonemason and the blacksmith. Let's get a lantern so we can see in the middle of the night. So I'm going to go to get some meat that has been freezer packed and brought to the warehouse from a shipment that Arnaaluk gave us. And we're going to come over to here. And then, I mean, we could look at the roads, or we could use roads, we could use road pieces for the level that they are at. And I kind of like the idea of doing that. Let's look for steak. And there isn't any there. Let's look here. Let's look here. I thought that we had gotten, but possibly not. Build options. If we didn't, then that ship did not come in yet. We get beef. Nope. So that ship is not here yet. Wow. Okay. So as soon as we have a fletcher, we'll get the fletcher started on the trough materials, and then we'll go from there. Let's see here. I lost track of something. Last Humanity's Hope vibes. You prefer the roads first. The school is structure, road is infrastructure. Yes. If we had good infrastructure, good pavement, and since you started to study more deeper into the course, you've been judging every single structure you see in real life. Yeah. Yes, that's what happens when you start. You almost passed away after seeing a house which the walls leaned to a side, but the facade was completely straight. Interesting. You demand your degree? You've only just begun. You've only just begun. You really have. There is one thing architecture will do, and that it will give you plenty of, so we can't do that research. So I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to change into a magical mermaid, and I'm going to go to bed so that they can go to work in the morning. And so Wade is going to have to help with something else, and I'm trying to think of what he could do while he's waiting. What do I want to work on? This is an interesting dilemma that I'm in. So let's go to sleep. We could have him work on roads. Yeah, we could. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's have Wade work on roads. So one of the first roads that we want, what's the matter, McKenna?
Hi.
There we go. So McKenna's asking for stone to work on the mine. So we might have to pause her and have her work on something else. But for right now, we'll say I will work on it. Just for now. There's an order that will come in of stone, a stone order coming in from Arnaaluk. But let's do that. You after learning to put a Band-Aid. That's cute. Pretty much. I love it. So Cash is working on this, or did Cash finish? Cash, are you done? Or are you waiting for something? Hold on. No, he's not done. There's no door there. So he's not done. What are you waiting for? Are you still waiting for those? You are, aren't you?
So what'll it be for you?
Oh, but look, he's only waiting for a portion of it now. He needs 58. That's why. Okay. And I know there are no shears in the warehouse, so I'm going to have to get him some. But she's making it. See her? Look, she's making them now. She's in the process of making the pieces that he needs in order to finish building. Excellent. Excellent. I love it. I love it. So yes, so we're going to have Maisie and Wade work on roads while we're waiting. So let's come here, and I'm going to look for shears. We'll get some iron. Let's get iron for a second. So the build, this requires stone as well, and glowstone for the first time. But this is pretty low level, except that it needs 565, so that's a brickyard. You practically need a brickyard for that. But you don't get a brickyard until you make these stones. And see, it's calling for buttons, stone buttons, and that's mechanic. So these things have to be made by the builder in the beginning, and that's what I was looking at. So we're going to take that away for a minute. Let's get some iron again. And we do have some iron, and we'll go down and we'll make some shears. Let's come down here. How much is here? We have 2. And here we have 52. So let's take this whole set for a minute. And come back up. Wait, how much stuff do I have on me? Did I put down the stuff that I had? I did not. So let's bring this up for a minute, and the iron up here. And let's come here and put these things down. These are theirs. Back into here. So let's get the courier piece first. And then put it back. And there we go. Okay, and we have the iron on us to make shears. And let's see how many we want to make. No? Yes? I don't want to make that many. 1, 2. There are 4 builders, 3, and the tree farmer will give them all shears. So I'm going to put the shears here so they can go out, and we'll leave that so that part gets done. As soon as Cash is done with his build, we'll do that. Wasn't that neat? Wasn't that cool? She was getting it done. She definitely was. So let's look at, for a minute, roads that we'd like the roads to look like in the future. And let's come to here. But in places like this where we can have a road piece right here, which is outside of the build, where we have a place where a road is supposed to be going, we can put these roads in. In this place right here, we can put a road piece, and then we can go ahead, because it's going to be a while before we have the level 3 before we start it. So we can make a path across this lawn that belongs to the town hall, but we need the road part first. So right here there isn't any. Let's start here. Let's start with this. Old English doesn't have any roads. We're going to go to original, and because original has a couple roads, we'll look at original, and then we'll look at actually let's look at Shire first. Let's go down to Shire, the actual Shire, and infrastructure and roads and wide roads. So long wide road would look like this. So let's come back down and go to wide roads again. And a long wide road. Where is it? There it is. So that's what it looks like. Actually like that. I think we're going to use these as our beginning road. Now, if we use, see how the town hall just appeared. So you can see that there isn't really a road here. We're going to make this part be open when the building is complete, so that they can use that as a road. And so right here, we could either do this road, which means that when we get to a higher level, we'll put in a different kind of road. Or let's switch to original. This is the OG. And look at roads, and we can do the poor road. And there's a corner. There's a path, there's a junction, and there's an intersection. Let's look at the path piece. And this is it right here. So it's just a gravel road on one side. Which would you prefer? Which do you think is better, Mr. Villager? The gravel? Or that would mean getting a lot of gravel from someplace. I think the Shire would probably be the better one for here. So switch back to Shire. I'm down to this Shire, where there's infrastructure and roads and the wide road. A long wide road. It's a long and winding road. We do have leaves, and depending on what kind of leaves those are, we can have it put in. We do have the ability to make torches. So this is what this would look like. So let's bring this down. Let's bring this all the way up to the entrance here and match it to this entrance. So we're going to begin to match roads to certain entrances and have them put them in. I see it. I see it. Now the problem with this road is that the bushes are going to make the road specific. Grr! Grr. This is the kind of road that I want. Let's come to here. Let's look at that again. But without the trees. Let's look at the narrow, long, and it just, and they all have it. Okay. Let's look at Incan for a second. And C-A-N. And let's see if I can get a road piece. Road. This is a path. And a long path. Looks like this. Let's raise this up for a minute so I can see it. This is what a long path would look like. Oh, but it's got one of these pieces in it. Okay, I'm not going to use that. It has one of those pieces that steers them to walk in that direction. And I don't want to have that. So let's return. Littleton I don't think has any roads, but let's look and see. Oh yes, they do. Whoa. Okay. Down a corner, down, cross. There's a cross piece. Ah, there's the straight. So what is this here? What is this stone? That looks like andesite or diorite. And look how wide it is. That means that it's going to interfere with buildings. So, yeah, nah. So we can't use it. It's actually going to interfere with buildings. Taylor, what were you thinking? Let's look at pagoda. Infrastructure, nothing. And let's come down the list. I don't think there are any roads for... I think I looked at Byzantine. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. Yeah, this is Byzantine. So Byzantine is definitely granite and diorite. And yeah, where are we going to get that from right now? So let us switch. Archaeology? I didn't think. Let's look at wood. A wood walkway? Wooden path? Oh! Those are the underground ones. Yeah, switch. Yeah. I know that steampunk doesn't. Cliffs are on the side. Aquatica's underwater. Come back to trade post. Doesn't have any. Medieval. Medieval oak. Let's look at colonial for a second. Roads, and there's a straight long, and that's just cobble. There it is right there. The sidewalks, and that's level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the one. And it's I think it's the right size for ours. But it still needs a whole lot of cobble. What a curious place to be. And it would probably sit there like that. See how it's sitting down into the ground, so they're stepping down into the street. That's interesting to have a curb on the street. And at level 5, it would look like that. But I don't like the sidewalk. I don't like the sidewalk piece. I'm going to end up making my own, aren't I? Actually am. Okay. Let's continue for a second. Switch. That's colonial. We're way down to colonial for a second. Or Minecraft doesn't. Let's look at urban birch for a minute for roads. Let's look at the poor road. Did I already look at this? This is an even road or an odd road? Let's look at the odd road. I did look at this already. Let's bring this down. This is the one that's all gravel. So I did look at this. Switch or one like it. And it's possible that it was just one like it. The hive is underground. Crimson Keep. I don't remember what the roads look like. But we're seeing connectors, so that means that it's all sort of like inside a big, huge city, and we can't do anything with that. And Frontier has the top road, but I think the road is meant to have things underneath. There's a long road piece right here. Let's raise it up. Oh, that's not so bad. It's a long road piece and the level, and that is the level. I don't know. That doesn't have any track either, and there's not room for track with this type of road. This looks good as a beginning road, but I don't think so. Okay, so let's switch. So that was Frontier. Let's switch back. Let's look at Kirby and see if he has any roads. Let's see what his roads look like. Here's a straight. Here's an interesting road. This is 1, 2, 3. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the middle here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Okay, that is wide. That's wider than we have anticipated. And then it turns into this. This is actually really nice. It's just too wide. Goodness sakes, because I actually kind of like that. And also look at the materials. So we couldn't do anything about that yet. Let me see what it would look like down on the ground here. Talking about how wide it is. See how wide it is? So it's much wider than our building pieces. But wouldn't that be fun? I actually like that. I actually like that. Granted, it doesn't have any lights, any street lights or anything. So the level 1 looks like this. And we'd have to make it shorter because I think we're going to make this road, this piece right here, curve. Or at least have some kind of shift there. Because see right here, this is the entrance right here on this part. So if we did a shorter piece, the entrance right here going to here like this. And then the piece over here shifting over to that side. I really like the way that looks. And what is this? So once again, we have a mixture of stones that we would definitely need a stonemason for. And the dirt version of this, or the level 1 version of this, the level 2, gets even fancier than that. I'm not finding what I want. I really am not. It's actually too wide. So we'll have to just go ahead and put in the smaller one, switch, which is either Shire, not Shire, original. I know I didn't look at everybody, but let's come here for a second and see original roads. The simple road, the path. There's a simple road. And let's go back and look at the poor road, the path, and that's all it is. But it's, I can't. Oh man, it's made out of gravel. See, if we had a crusher, we could just gravel. We could just grind down stone and have this. That's what we'd have to do, grind down stone specifically to have these paths. And let's see if it's the correct size. So let's bring it down into the ground. And it is. So it's the correct size that we need. There's the 1, 2, 3. And whichever size like that. And then we would bring that part over. Let's assign a builder. Let's assign Wade to build this. We need an oak fence piece. Hold on. Oops, I made it go away. Ooh, hear that? Look at that. Oh, he's gonna stop working. But he's actually grinding flour. Excellent. What are you wearing? Oh, this is one of the ones that's messed up. Yeah, this is the modern. I forgot that modern had that mess. That thing that got messed up. And that it's, so you know what it takes, Mr. Villager, to correct something like that. That it's going to be a long time before it's corrected because there's so many. Let's come down here. We're going to change the clothing and let's make it medieval. So that's the modern set. I totally forgot about the fact that there was a problem with that. And let's go to medieval. So everyone's going to go home and change. And it is 11:30 in the morning. So let me come down here for a second. It's not a thunderstorm, so I can't sleep. And that's curious. Let's put these here for right now. Actually, no. Let's take these and leave them here. I'm going to put them... I can't get anything that I want out of a road. And a person would say, well, then build your own. Make the one that you want. And Kishore?
What can I do for you?
Wait. Turn around. Kishore, what do you have on your face? Oh, he's wearing glasses. Okay. Kishore has on protective glasses, and he's going to the library to do some research. Kishore is the smelter, and he's wearing protective glasses. And there goes Maisie, and she's finding some research out on what she's working on. And let me look here for a second and see. And Maisie completed, dun 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 dun. She finished it. We now have enough fishers to get a sifter. This is what happens to me with the roads. I can't seem to make up my mind about something. And that's probably what I should do. Like, for instance, see, I like this. And some of those special pieces that they have would look really nice in the road. But I would have to sort of like make my own piece like this and make it in ground cover for right now, and just put them everywhere. Put them in all the places that I want them to be. So like make a piece here and do it like that. And this is how we end up not. We end up not. So we're probably going to end up putting in pathways for right now until we get to what we're looking at. So let's look right here for a second with what's going on. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so they have the day off, and it's been raining more. So that's just what happens. So, and look at this. He has everything. It's just raining. So that's why he's not going to finish yet. He now has everything that he needs to work on that. Let's come over here where some people are sitting in the restaurant having a good time. Yay. Let's see if I haven't told you, you met a theorist, Illiger, some months ago, Professor Illiger. Have you heard? Kind of a cool guy, not that bad. Even has a Discord server. You just served a skin to their community for download. Oh, nice. Nice. Let's see if I can... Oh, he's gone. Look at this. They're sitting here together, eating. I love that. I think this is Pedro here. It is. When he steps out. Oh, this is medieval, so he's in the plague mask. We changed everybody, and he's now in a plague mask. A medieval plague mask. He's
Great
the
to
doctor.
see you.
See? So he's got a plague mask on. Yes, even when he goes to eat. You will get some kind of better summer clothing in a few days. Get me some summer clothing in a few days. Oh. And I really like that outfit. A bit better than modern. Yeah, that would be fine. That definitely would. So, okay. So I'm not getting anything done, am I? I'm stumped by the road, and I'm not really getting anything done that needs to get done. So let me come down here and go to sleep for a second. And then I'm going to go up and I'm going to change into a Little Mermaid. Again. This is just to protect the hut block in the university. And to not do auto research. I don't want to do auto research. So now let's go to the university for a minute and let's see what we need. And then we'll see if we have it in the warehouse. Whoosh. Someone went out that door just as I came up to it. Okay, let's come here. Let's look at technology. Let's come down to here. She's still working on the mine, and she's stuck working on the mine. And so we're actually looking at this area here. And now all we need is 64 string, and we can unlock the sifter, and we can actually decide where a sifter is going to go. So we can look at that. Let's go and get the string. Let's see if they can, I think we can teach them to swim. Let me see this. I really want to do that because I'm a little afraid. What, you're having your lunch right here in my face? I really want them, this one right here. And it's here, so we're going to get them to do the research on that. Carter's in here. What level is this? This is level 2. Okay. And that's a level 2. Wait, what are you
Good to see
eating?
you, mate.
Hold on a second. No wonder I don't have any food. No wonder I don't have any steaks. How can he be eating these? It says this food cannot be eaten. It's not in the dining hall, and yet he's eating it. Grrr. Oh my gosh. Is there something in here? Grrr. You just ate some of the steak that we needed in order to research. Wow, okay. Let's put this here. I'm gonna have to hold on to it myself. I didn't think that was possible. It says that they cannot eat that. And yet he was just chomping down on it just as easily as he can. How fascinating. All right. I see something that can be researched. And let me come here and let's go to research. Since they can't do anything else right now, we're going to get this one research out of the way, the taunt, and we'll get it. We need it to get paranormics in order to have druids be able to have mistletoe. And if we have anybody, we're going to have druids. And so we're just going to do that research since they don't have anything to do right now until I get the other materials that I need. Did I have enough string? I don't think so. And that's what I'm talking about. I don't think I had enough string. And even if I did, it's so interesting. We're going to have a sifter before we have some other things, but that would have at least given us gravel. Let's see. Maybe even a haircut. We just need to decide how. Well, I'm not cutting my hair, so that's out of the question. So that's not happening. Before you get back to the crafting table for the new tropical, it's expected to arrive next year. Good. Yeah, I'm not gonna wear a style where my hair is cut. I mean, even my hair can be pulled back the way it is here, where it's all pulled back, because my own hair will do that. It'll pull back into that kind of bun. But no, my hair is not going to be cut. So yeah, I'm not going to wear a style with a haircut. So see, that's the closest to me looking like I have short hair, is my hair pulled back into a bun there. So you're talking about me. were talking about making me something. So I'm just telling you in advance. Don't bother, because I'm not going to wear it. So we were headed to look for, to look and see if we have, let's look right quick and see if we have string. It's like, what came in on this ship? NG. We do have string, and we can get them to research this. So I'm going to take the string up so that they'll research it. So let's take this bit of string up. Is she making too much? Let's pause her. I'm going to look and see how much stick there is. They make an inordinate amount of stick, but that's not inordinate, so we'll let her continue to make that. And I have the string on me. Let me do something here. Let's take these and put here. All right, and we'll go from here. And yeah, I guess what I could do is, while I'm walking along, just go ahead and make these path pieces, add up here, and begin to connect some of these areas with path. It'll make it easier for them to travel. And so we'll just go ahead and connect this section right here with this section on our way to the university, because I can't find anything that I really want to make. So here, I'm just going to make a single path through here for right now. Boink. Until we get all the way to the other side, where we should have pathing already. And then when we come by each time, we'll just make more of it each time we come by. Okay, so there's that. We could go over to here because we have people coming from here. I know, not too bad. This is what we're going to end up with. And then we're coming around the corner here to this little area right here, which we can just go ahead and take that whole thing away. And then we have this. So let's take this away right here. I have hearts, so of course that is doing that. And then let's come down and bring that down. Is that green underneath? Yep. I have to fix that in a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. So here we are. So let's come through and let's put the string here so that the next time they will use it. I'm looking at some pieces, and when the time comes, we'll work on some health for them and do those. You hope some of your schematics are applied to the new settlement, and you can't wait to see it grow. What time is it? Is it time? I have about 15 minutes before we go over to your new village. Are you talking about the new one that you have in your world, or the one that's here? The one that's in this one? Is it 5 o'clock in the afternoon? I could get here and no one will see me. No one's using the school right now. So let's come here. Survive. Let's get my magic back for a second. Because I want to fix some things. That's what I want to fix right there. And I have it on me. So I'm going to get some coarse dirt to put underneath on those sections. I know you can't actually see what I'm correcting, but I'm correcting the green grass growing underneath that right there. Did I correct it? Yes, good. Okay. Over here, that's corrected. And then we have that, and everybody's tucked in. Okay, so I took both of them out, so instead of just taking one out. I can't get over that. Grr. We had enough to do the study. But now we do not. Okay, so I still have 2 people who aren't doing anything. Or 1 person who's not doing anything, Wade. And there isn't, it's one of these things where what's he gonna work on? So Maisie is working on the fishery. I tell you what. Why don't we do this? Until it's time for Wade to be doing what he's doing, we're going to have him be in the library and doing some research. I don't want them to get unhappy about not having anything to do. So let's come here. Let's go to manage workers and let's find Wade. There we go. Now this is going to be hard for him, but it'll be okay. We'll have him work. We'll have him do that. Now she's doing okay. She's just waiting for stuff. McKenna is. Maisie is okay. And Cash is working on his building. And so when we need him back again, when we need him to start working on something, we can have it. And I know I just did that, just had him do research, but I just realized that he might be able to work on the level 3 of the cookery. And that would be something we definitely would want. Now people can walk through, people can walk through here. Walk through right here. Into the market. Whoops. I know I hit the wrong button. I can walk through right here to this part and we'll make it so that they can make it so. And then let's come down here and see what happens if we have a level 3 cookery. What does it take to make a level 3 cookery? That's the thing. So the build. There's the thing. The dark nether bricks are going to be the problem. Yeah, so let's have him wait. Let's have him wait for just a little bit. Because we could actually get a stonemason. Just as soon as we have the mine. And so we're going to wait for the others. And while we're doing that, we can work on some road stuff here. So what are we waiting for? We're waiting for a shipment to come in. Let's do a second set right here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because we just need them to be able to move between certain areas. See, there's no road at all on this side right here. So we'll start the road here. We'll work on this during the night. Look what we uncovered. Let's focus that. And let's fix this one over here too. This is going to show. They might all show, but for right now, I don't know that I'm getting that close. I think I'm just going to put it right here to avoid having to do that entire building. So we'll just come along. And then if we need to, we can make it not so monotonous and put in some other pieces. But this will help the couriers get to where they're going, which will be good. And there we are. And we've got that. Okay. That's one side. And we'll get to the other. So we're just doing this at night while everyone's sleeping. And we'll move on to, we can check and see how much Jack has sold. When we get a Fletcher, we'll actually be able to start making some armor pieces. Could have a road here. Have them be able to. Let's go around the corner right here. So we'll do this. Come over this way and take it around to that side. Dun, 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 dun. So it goes around this entire piece, which looks like it should be a park. Isn't it? Right here? It does. It looks like it should be a park right there. And right here. Like these should be park areas. And we have lots of stuff to make. Lots of style things that would make a park. The kind of park that we would want to put there. So we could do that. Let's see. And there we are. Okay, so this is what we're doing while we're waiting. Hold on for a second. And we're supposed to be looking for a Fletcher. And the minute we have a Fletcher, that's going to change some things. So let's come down here. Mustafa. We're looking for, we have a lot of men. So we're looking to see if we can get someone like Fortune, who wants a huge price, and she is not, we can't take her right now for anything that she wants to do. Yaz, let me look at Yaz, and what are we looking for? We're looking for a dexterity and creativity. So the creativity is there, but the dexterity is not. And so those are the three that we have at the moment. There might be another, but I don't think so. Not at this stage. I think that's the only people that we've gotten so far. We're not putting in a gatehouse right away, which would give us more people, because the gatehouse is probably going to be connected to taking the rail across here, which is the train station, which we forgot that we were going to research. I did, by the way. I forgot that we were going to research the train station. So we'll have to wait until they get to it. He wants to stand here anyway. Okay. There's Wade and Hayden going up to work. Is gatehouse possible to be built right from the start, or research is needed? That's a good question. Let's look and see what it says. That is a very good question. What's this? How did that get there? I don't know what that is. I don't know how that got there. That's very interesting. Oh, it's probably the border. Yes, I see it. See, there's some pieces there. So it's the border of the building. Okay. That's fine. Let's look at the question that was asked. And that is, is it possible to build a gatehouse? Let's see what happens. There's a gatehouse for Minecolonies original. And it doesn't seem, I think the military stuff, there it is. That's the gatehouse right there. It doesn't look like it's saying that it does, that it needs that. This is wide enough for the rail to run through and have the gatehouse be right here at the waterfront here. At this part right here. Have the gatehouse be right here. And have the train come around through the hill here. Actually, it's going to come through this hill here, so that's not going into the shopping, into the housing area. Come to here. So there's a train, which is back there, come through this hill and straight over to here, and it can come straight through that hill to this spot right here. So if we put the gatehouse here, a gatehouse here, let's go to military, gatehouse, this is what it would look like. It would be sitting right at the border, right here, turn this around, and work all the way up right to the border. One block over, right here like this. So there is the gatehouse. Let's bring it down into the ground. And what ground is this at this point? So let me see what the ground is over here. And then the question is, do I want that gatehouse? So the level here is 68. So we'll find the 68 there. That's interesting. Look at that sitting there like that. So is this 68? This is 64. So 68 is going to be 68, 5, 6, 7, 8. Would put it there. That's at the same level. We could fill this in and bring it down, or we could have the rail come down to 64, gradually come down to this level. Now the thing that I want to see is I want to go back here for a second and see where the, I'm going to have to X for a minute. X. Let's see where the rail is. So let's do this, build options. I don't think it's going to say that I can build this. But let me see. Oh, it is saying I can build it. And let me see if I can get it to come on with glasses now. Let's come here. Let's look at this. Let's go to get the glasses on for a second, and they're in the backpack. We'll bring them back out. And now let's put them on. And let's see if I can see this build right here. Let's see which one we're putting in. Are we putting this one in? Which means it goes like this, and the train piece goes there. It looks like that's what we're putting in, doesn't it? It does look like that's what we're putting in. Let's come down. And there's the track. Okay, so let's line this up right here. Let's line this up and see which way it's facing. That looks like where I would have put it. Yes, that looks definitely like where I would have put it. So we're going to do something interesting here. Let's get a pickaxe, and let's get an axe for a minute. Let's get some rail. And let's actually just put this rail down for a second. Right here, and let's tunnel our way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 coal. Doesn't the hill one like the track passing at one side of the hill? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. I'll bring it out and show you again in just a second. And now we're to this. Let's dig through. And I think I'm going to need a lantern in here. And let's just dig through here. What we just did. It looks like we did that. And let's come here and let's get this double. And let's continue. Let's do it here. And now we need a shovel. And the pickaxe. This is mining, isn't it? It's like being in a mine. It really is. And here we go again. 1. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 28. That's pretty amazing. 28 pieces of coal. Look at them. Mining. You would think this is Minecraft or something. You would think this was Minecraft. Let's take this and put it here. And let's continue. Ah, copper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 6. 6 pieces copper. Copper, 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's put that in. And continue, and let's see how long it takes us to get to a place where we are coming out to the water. This is long, isn't it? Okay, then we might be there now. Let's do that. Let's put something right here so I can see. There we go, and let's continue. Now I know I have a tool that will actually dig a tunnel, but what I'm really trying to see is where this is going to come out. So I can put the gatehouse smack dab in the middle of this railroad, and that's what I'm looking to do. Uh-oh, I hear animals. Doesn't it seem too long? But it's not, it can't be. But it sure seems like it's too long, doesn't it? Oh, and we've got coal again. Doesn't seem like we're past it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 pieces of coal. And there we go. So put that in. And then let's continue this way. I can't get over the fact that we haven't got to the other side of this hill yet. And so I'm going to go out and look. If I didn't know better, I would think that I'm like going underwater or something. This is at 68, so it's supposed to come out. I'm giving up too soon. Hold on. I absolutely am giving up too soon. Hold on. Hold on. Let's come here and let's put a light right here. And let's take the shovel. Let's take the pickaxe. And let's see. This is amazing how long this is. I'm serious. If I didn't know better, I'd think that. There we go. Wow. Look at this. Look how long that took. Goodness sakes. But there it is. So now we know that the rail is absolutely going to be underground, like a subway practically. And so it's not going to interfere with the people who live here or the school being here. All of this is going to be, the rail is going to come right out to this point right here. And if we do this, we can see that we can bring it all the way down to this border piece, so, which is right here. So if we're bringing it down, it would come down like this, and let's mark it in a straight line right here so that I can see it. All the way down to here. Now we know it doesn't go this far, but we just might as well go ahead and mark it for a second. So there's the marker. So then we come back here and we would put our gatehouse right here. So let's talk about the gatehouse for a second, because it would get us a couple more people to choose from. It would be right in the corner right now. And let's get the tool. We have the tool up. Let's come here and let's touch the ground. So the one that we were looking at was that. We're looking at hills, and we clicked on military and there is none. Hills military, there's nothing there. So let's switch for a second. Let's go back to hills. And let's look at military. And there's still nothing there. Nothing's coming up. See, there's nothing right here. There's nothing there. See, that's what's supposed to come up. The builder's hut, the residence, those things are supposed to come up like that. So there isn't anything for that. For the trade post one, let's see if there is. For trade post, if there's any infrastructure. There's military. There's a gatehouse. Let's look at the gatehouse for trade post and see what it looks like. So X, let's come here. Let's go to military, the gatehouse. And so this is what it looks like at level 1. So there it is. You can see the fence. You can see all of that. What happens at level 2, 3, 4, and 5? What's level 5? It's going to look like that. Okay. So let's see. What do I think of you projecting a small pier by the lake for the citizens wanting to take a bath? A small pier? Yeah, I don't want to encourage them just yet. I don't want to encourage them using this water just yet, because we don't really have, well, we kind of have a little place where they can step down into the water right here, but they don't know how to swim. Most of them don't know how to swim, so we're going to avoid them doing that for right now. So that's the trade post for the trade post style. Let's switch back. An Old English, does she have one? Military. This is military stone or wood. And this is just a regular gate. That's not actually the gatehouse. So there isn't a gatehouse for this one. She didn't do a gatehouse. So let's switch to medieval for a minute. One of the medievals. We could look and see if War Minecraft has a gatehouse. I don't think Ramblin' Man made this at the time. At the time that this is military right here. Yep. So there isn't. And let's go to medieval medi. Let's do spruce, military, and there's the gatehouse. So this is a medieval gatehouse level 3. Would look like this. Well, this is imposing. Wow, look at that. So all of that would be in the ground. And if we brought it forward and down to where the ground is, wait, let's move this over so that that line is in the center of the gatehouse right there. It would look like this. And level 3. The level 1 looks like that. Level 3 is going to look like the other one. And it's supposed to be sitting down at this level. unless we have the bridge, unless we have it meet a bridge coming across and the bridge is up high. And isn't that an interesting thing? Hold on for a second. I think it is. Doesn't the hill one? Yes. Yes. And what do you think? Okay. And yeah. Yeah, so now I just want to pick one. So this is the medieval spruce. This is medieval spruce. Let's see what the birch looks like. Or the oak. Let's see if they all look the same. Gatehouse. Let's turn it this way. And the level 3. Oh, it has red tops to it. That's interesting, isn't it? It's actually quite curious. So then we have another thing. So the bridge that's going to go across here, should it go across flat? Should it go across, if it's going to be at a certain level up, we might want this to be up so that this extends right to the bridge going over. And is this going to be, because look at this bridge. Are we going to have a drawbridge? We're probably going to have a drawbridge there to keep from, unless we had a bridge that went up and over so that boats could get underneath it. So since it's a rail bridge, yeah, we would have a drawbridge for it. So now that we have some idea about what the gatehouse is going to do, let's come here for a minute. Let's switch and let's look at OG, original, RIG, and let's see if we can find some bridges. Roads. Let's look at rail and let's see if there's a rail bridge. This is a fancy rail bridge right here with the rail going up. Oh, it's the wrong kind though. Look at that. Yeah, because we would need it to be turned this way, which would be good, except that it's too short for the river. It's only the river. So the medieval gatehouses, yeah, of the common tower, just like it's nice to know they were added. So that they fit in. Let's look at bridges, infrastructure, roads. I'm not really getting bridges. Rail. The rail gave us that. Rail bridge, nice. All the bridge pieces have, like, see these rail pieces here? These underground rail pieces. We can use these to build the tunnel that leads to the gatehouse. But right now, we're looking at the bridge. Looking for a bridge piece. Now there is a bridge piece, Mr. Villager. Whose is it? Remember that bridge at Emney Island? We actually made a bridge. I don't know who it belonged to. I actually don't know who. Oh, my gosh. The light has been out all this time. I've been concentrating. Vincentus is gone. I'm really supposed to be over doing something in your village, and I'm not. Because I'm trying to reach it. by coming over here. And there it is over there. So we would be going, using this landscape. We'd probably go straight and then go up the hill right here so that we could go in right here. But since this goes down and across, we could just tunnel it. We could tunnel it through. Wow, look at that. Yeah. So this is the part right here where they come through right here. So we could make it. Wouldn't this be an amazing train ride? To take a train that came down the hill like this, down this part of the slope here, all the way down and over and across this river right here. Let's look at bridges. Bridge. Let's look at Athens. And let's look at infrastructure. And let's look at bridges. And let's look at rural bridges. And a span. And let's see what we're talking about. And that's it. That's the span part. See it right there. So there's one piece of it. And if we had it right where it's supposed to be, it's not wide enough. So we'd need to make it so that it actually went across as rail. It's time for you to go back to production. Well, you know, it's actually time for me to stop too. And I appreciate you being here all this time. And yes, I definitely will. I definitely will. And see you later. And everybody, Mr. Villager is leaving. We have about 5 minutes that we're going to do. And I think that in a minute or two, House of Doggis is going to start on Twitch. So if you have a Twitch, if you are on Twitch, then you can go over and see. Let me look just for a second since I'm here at bridges and see what the urban bridge looks like, a span. It's wider, and there it is. There's the down piece that we need, and it would be made out of this kind of stone and come across like this. And so it would be, where is this coming out? It's actually coming out right here. So we could have the whole thing come across and have it be higher. And just have it come. So the gatehouse is right here. This is the border. I know the border is going to move, but for right now, we're saying this is the border right here. We can put the gatehouse right here at this border line. Get on the ready line, and then the bridge would come. So you see that part of the bridge right there coming across, that is low. So we would have to make it a bridge that was a drawbridge. And we've done bridges in the past. And I would just have to look up the different bridges that we have and find one. And we might have a bridge piece. So when this comes along, so this is one piece, all the way to here. Let me sleep for a second so we have some daytime. I'm going to go down into the water Oh, look at this. I get to have a waterbed for a change. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I have slept underwater. So we're going to sleep. Okay, waking up refreshed with salmon and clay. So let's rise up and see what we're talking about. So that part is going to come out to there, like that. And then across the way, where the sand is, on this side, it'll come to over here. So it's deep enough for some boats, some smaller boats to maneuver this river. It is possible to do that. It's always fun having Mr. Villager. Wow. Look at that thing. I've been down it, obviously. Goodness sakes. Oh, I was probably trying to find where it went. Oh, that's right. And then we got to here and saw that it was going all the way down. And that's why we didn't continue. Yeah. Well, if we wanted granite andesite, there it is, all sitting there. All right, so this is the urban, and so that I remember, I'm just going to go ahead and begin to write the bridge pieces. Do I have something? You'd think I'd have like a little tablet or something. I did at one point have like a little tablet that I could write on. But for now, we're just going to use leftover paper. And this is the bridge. And so we know now that Athens has it. Athens, and let's look. So there's that piece, this piece right here. And then let's come here and let's look at the bridge pieces again. This is infrastructure, bridges, and this is the urban one. And so we have a short span. So this short span piece that doesn't have anything attached to it, that's the one that we would have to put across to be the part that opens up so that a ship can come through. I think there's another bridge, and just for a second, I'm just going to, so that's ancient Athens. I think there's another. I just wish I could remember who it belongs to. Caledonia. I mean, we could use the treehouse bridges because there's no question that they have bridges. And see. Or we could use acacia, which would be urban savanna. And there we are, urban savanna. And let's go to infrastructure. And here's the bridge pieces. Now they have rail. Let's come here. They have rail bridge. Oh, okay. And the bridge start. So this is what the rail bridge looks like. Okay, that's too railroady. We need this to do both, be a road and have the rail. So let's go back. Let's just go back to infrastructure and go to bridge and the pillar and the straight. Let's look for bridge, and then the straight pieces are like that. So they're all pretty much the same in that respect. Remember that we had one at Rosa Oru too? We had a bridge across at Rosa Oru. Yeah. So, for instance, if we started it up high, if we started it at this level here, just to have it go across the bridge higher, then we could bring it down, but this, how would we get the rail down from there? We're not thinking about getting the rail down. Plus, that's only a 2, and we need a 3. So, yeah, isn't that curious? I'm not going to solve this problem today. I've got all sorts of different problems that I've come across today that I'm not going to be able to solve in this one stream. Imagine that. Imagine such a thing, that I can't solve the problem in this one stream. How is that? How did that happen? So yeah. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me and listening to drone hand music in the background. And we're still getting some work done on Jalapari, the town, and we're still getting some trade post stuff done. So this is pretty cool. And so we're waiting for an Arnaaluk shipment to come in, and when it does, we'll be able to get some things finished or done in regards to the builds that we're working on. They're going to bring us stone.